Hey guys, what's up? It's Hillary and Johnny, owners of Pure Bliss, and you're listening to the Pure Bliss podcast, where we talk about business, beauty, and how to be a boss.
We wanted to start this podcast to help anyone that's unsure about starting a business, show you all the tips that we learned, and take you on our journey with us to help motivate and inspire you along the way. Okay, guys, just getting back into episode number 3. Last week we said we were going to talk about short-term and long-term goals today, but we decided to keep that for another episode because we realized that we kind of missed out a couple of important parts last time because we crammed 4 years into the one and we didn't want to make it too long and boring. So today we're going to talk about what no one tells you when starting a business.
Yeah, there's some pretty important things that I feel if I had known prior to opening a business, I probably would have prepared a little more for some things. However, as my motto was, you just got to do it, which is true, but being prepared will help you.
Yeah, it's not going to hurt you, put it that way. So take the advice from us and run with it.
And some people look at us and they're like, oh, like they got it made. Oh, it's so easy for them. Nobody really sees what's on the other side or the expenses that come out that nobody knows about.
Yeah, it's
all the work that you put in at home. You know, no one ever talks about any of that.
Yeah. And also I'm going to add that the last 2 episodes we completely winged. Today we made a couple of notes, so it's just kind of a little bit more informative, I guess.
Organized.
A little bit more organized. So a couple of things I got down here is basically get used to people making more money than you for, well, as long as it takes. And then you don't really know how long that's going to take. That could be like 3 years. It could be 1 year. It all depends how fast your business grows.
Yeah. So really, like, you work for free for a few years. Obviously, you have to pay your employees to work. So, you know, they're going to make more money than you will. And people have said to me, you know, like, that's not right. You cannot have people making more than you. And I'm like,
yeah, you can.
I have to, you know, like, in order to continue to grow the business, I have to.
Yeah. So
eventually one day, you know, like, obviously we'll make more.
Yeah, if you want to stay where you're to, stay stagnant and not grow at all and just like keep paying yourself but not put any money back into the business, then yeah, that's fine, but you'll never grow.
No.
So, you know, whatever your goal is, that's fine. But if you want to grow your business, then you better like barely take any money and put it back into the business, but also pay your employees and all your bills first.
Yeah.
So that means no money for you for a long time, which brings me to my next point. It's very important to have a very supportive spouse in this situation, because if your spouse don't believe in the vision and the goals that like the other person has, then, you know, there's going to be arguments, there's going to be fights, money's going to be tight.
There's a lot of time put into it. So, you know, there's going to be times where you might not be able to go on a date or go to a movie or even go to the gym.
Yeah, you just got to put the business first.
You work all day, every day, and sometimes we don't have time to spend with each other. So you really, really do need someone that's going to be supportive. Yeah,
basically someone that's going to go all in with you, because otherwise there's going to be fights and there's going to be rackets and it's not going to work out.
Yeah.
So that's very important. And plus, when someone's on the same page as you, it's just, well, 2 heads are better than one, and you're kind of just moving in the same direction. You kind of
share. Flows better.
Yeah, you share the same vision.
Yeah.
You're both willing to do whatever it takes to get where you want to go. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
What else do I have here? Another key point to know and understand is you will not get as much support as you expect from your family. Now, not to say our family didn't support us, but you just feel like when you first open, you feel like everyone you know and everyone in your family, everyone that you can think of will possibly just come to you.
They're my friend. They're going to come to me. And like when you're doing your courses, everyone's like, oh, sick. Like, you know, I'm going to come to you now. I'm going to come to you now. But reality is nobody wants to come to you, especially when you're new.
Yeah.
Even your family, they want to go to someone who's experienced.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, like I get it, but you just can't rely on what your friends and family will say to you. You have to work hard to also build a clientele and just be prepared for that. Like, you know, sometimes it's a little... the word?
Discouraging.
Sometimes it's a little discouraging and upsetting, but it is the reality of it. Now, obviously, some of your family will 100% be behind you, but you know, sometimes it can be upsetting.
Yeah, it just takes time to build a reputation as a reputable business. Whatever you are, like a nail tech, business, but like nail tech, hairstylist or whatever. So yeah, if you're new into it, then people are going to be a little bit iffy. They're going to Susan down the road for 10 years and she knows how to do my hair. So,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's what they're used to as well.
So this is another key point that I'd like to bring up. Now, this is not from us. This is what Gary Vee says.
I want to say that because
Okay.
it's something that I've struck with forever.
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, another thing is important is to treat your employees really well. As we spoke about that, I do believe last week. I was reading a book one time. It was probably a few years ago when I first opened the business, like some self-motivating books. And one of the things I'd read was, you don't work, or your employees don't work for you. You work for your employees. It was actually by Gary Vee.
Yeah.
And that stuck with me. You
Yeah.
work for your employees. Your employees can go anywhere. They can literally leave and go get a job down the road. So why would they stay with you if they're not being treated properly?
Yeah, you work for them. You got to make sure their life and their job and everything they do is easy as you can make it for them.
Yeah.
You don't bump heads with each other. You got to make it.
You want them to be happy to come to work.
Yeah.
So you have to make it that way. You have to be friendly. You have to pay incentives, give good pay, offer benefits, just do things as a team and work as a team, and it always pays off.
Another key point is it is not easier for us to get up in the morning and work hard all day than it is. What is it?
Than it is for anybody else.
Wait, no, we'll cut this part out. It's no easier for me to get up early and work hard all day as it is for you.
Want me to say it? As it is for anybody else.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
Another thing is it's no easier for us to get up earlier, and everybody knows how much I like my sleep.
You can mark that down.
So it's not easier for us to get up early every day and work all day, every day, than it is for anybody else. People are like, oh, you guys got to drive, you guys got to go.
Yeah, like how do you do it?
How do you do it?
Honestly, sometimes it's hard.
My alarm goes off every morning, and like this morning, I think it was
God.
like 45 minutes later before I got up.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like we're human too, and we're tired and we're wore out, but you
just got to get up and go.
Get up and keep giving her.
Yeah, but it still sucks.
Yeah, it's no easier. But when you got a goal in mind and a vision, and every day you get up and you're working towards it, like it's motivating and it's inspiring that that you're going in that direction.
You don't mind getting up.
Yeah, it's not okay. So basically, when you're self-employed or you got a business versus like being an employee, which is nothing wrong with. You just get up and go to the job. But like when you're an employee, like you just kind of get up and go to your job and you get off and that's it. But like when you're a business, like you have a vision and you have a goal and you're trying to get to some place.
Yeah.
And you're moving in that direction, and so you don't mind working hard. You don't mind working freaking 16 hours a day,
Yeah, and once you're up, you're fine anyway. It's honestly just that initial I have to get out of bed, and you get up and it's just go, and you're ready then.
So another very interesting thing I'd like to add is, well, first of all, do you know Gary Vaynerchuk? And if you don't, well, I suggest you go look him up. He's very
100% follow him. Very, very, very motivating.
Unique and good at what he does. And
he speaks reality.
Yeah, it's the reality of business. He's all about business. He's a good businessman.
Everything he says and you read, it'll be like, oh, he's right. Oh,
so this is a little, I'm going to put it up on the screen for anyone that's watching, but it's like a little meme, right? So it just hit home for me because it's so damn true. And
I think I shared it in our,
I think you did.
Bliss story. Yeah.
So he goes, people. Buy the red car, people will say you should have got the blue. Start a business, people will say you should have got a job. Get married, people will say you picked the wrong partner. Mm-hmm. Learn a trade, people will say you should have went to college. Everyone has an opinion about everything. You'll go crazy trying to please everyone. Don't even try. Listen, smile, agree, and then do whatever the you want you're going to do anyway. Yep. And like that is so true. So when you're first starting out into the business, there's going to be people on the sidelines telling you how to do what you're supposed to be doing, and like they're the experts or something. Well, first of all, they might know more than you, but this is your business and your goal. Now, if you don't want to take their advice, and just put your head down and go to work. Don't mind what everyone else says, because you'll never please everyone. If this person says do this person will say do that.
Yeah,
and you'll just be torn on what to do.
It will cause a lot of extra stress. You just have to put your head down and do what you want to do. Deep down in your heart, you will know what you want to do. And, don't listen to them because it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what you do. It's going to be wrong in their eyes.
Yeah, exactly. Just like this podcast, like, if we were worried about what other people thought, we would be like afraid to start this. Like, what will people think of us? Like,
and I suck on camera.
What if they judge us? Like, well, guess what? Who cares? I don't. Because if you don't like it, don't watch it.
Yeah,
and this is her first time on camera. And in my opinion, comment down below. I think she's doing an amazing job. It's not my first time. No. I'm still half decent, I guess, but I'm still getting better. There's always room for improvement. But she's absolutely killing it. Comment down below, like the video. Tell me what you think.
Try. You'll never get better if you don't try.
But it's funny, like, one of our employees, this is just a joke, but one of our employees said that she kind of looked half crooked in one of them. And I was like, oh my God, like, I didn't even realize that. But if she does, it's because, well, she's just...
I'm not crooked. I just don't really know what to do.
New on camera. Yeah, she's new on camera. So she's doing pretty damn good. And if you don't know what it's like being on camera, just
go try.
Yeah, just
go try.
You go try sitting down in a room and talking to a lens with no one around. And just see what it's like.
Yeah.
You let me know how that goes.
Yeah. And you got to look at it too. So it looks like I'm looking at you guys. I'm really looking at the camera. So it can be a little hard.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're doing all right.
I think so. I think we're doing a good job.
Also, another important thing to really talk about is expenses that nobody sees, nobody talks about, nobody knows. Even if some of my employees watch this, they're probably going to be a little shocked.
Yeah,
because it's not something you talk about. Like, you don't want to tell your employees how much you pay for things because it's, they're doing their job. They you don't want to make them feel bad because you have to spend this much money, because that's the whole point of having a business is to...
Yeah, what people don't realize is like, oh my God, she must be doing wicked. Like, look at her go. Like, okay, yeah, but like, hold on now. You don't know what goes out.
They're like, look at the X $1,000 that she made this week. It's like,
I got a list.
Do you want to see how much I paid out?
Yeah, I got to list her. It's not even like just there.
So just some expenses that were off the top of our head when we were writing these notes. So you have business taxes to pay. You have medical insurance to pay if you offer medical benefits, which is also very important for your employees. If this is a long-term career for them and they have a family and stuff, they're probably going to want medical benefits. You have payroll taxes, which you have to pay CPP, EI on everybody's payroll. Then their payroll tax comes out of their pay, which you remit, but that's not money coming out of your pocket. You also have to pay vacation pay on everyone's paycheck, which is 4% of what they made, which comes out of your pocket. Workplace NL, so that's basically workers' compensation. Property taxes, security for your business, business insurance, and that's just a few examples.
Yeah.
Honestly, the list goes on.
Yeah, there's definitely more we missed.
There's heat and light, which obviously people know that.
Yeah,
there's
obviously.
Your phone bills. There's your rent, which is a guarantee.
Yeah, but just all we're trying to say is the overhead is way more than what you think.
Yeah.
So we're telling you all this information to basically, if you're interested in starting your own business, then maybe this will help you, be prepared more than what we were, because we had no idea. We had no help. We had no one telling us anything, which is fine. And we dove in and we swam. We didn't drown, but if someone was telling us all this information that, just went through it, then that probably would have been a little bit of extra help for sure. So hopefully we can help.
The overall outcome from what I think we're trying to say is, when you got your plan, you've got to do it. Like, go do it 100%, put your all in and do your work. But make sure that you get everything in order first. It will just help you be more organized, less stress. Everything will just run more smoothly. Like, we're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's running smoothly. But we had a few hiccups and bumps along the way. So just do your research, look into it, whatever it is you're doing. But still, don't let it discourage you. If you work hard enough, you will do it.
Yeah.
So, but just, be prepared. I just don't want people to think, oh, well, she opened a salon, so now I'm going to go open a salon. Because that is sort of what we made it sound like.
Yeah, well, and it is what we done. But just be prepared for some stuff that people don't really tell you about. That's all.
Yeah. But it's fine. Like, we pay all that. We're still fine.
Yeah, at the end of the day, your thoughts will become your reality. So if you put your head down, you got a vision and you got a strong enough goal in your mind, then you can do it. You can achieve anything. If you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. And that is what Steve Harvey said one time. And I believe that so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that wraps up this episode. We don't want to make it too long. What do you think?
I think it's good. I feel like we covered a nice bit of information. If you guys ever have any topics that you want us to cover, you know, just comment.
Yeah. Comment down below. Would you like to do like a Q&A sometime? Like put some questions in the comments.
Yeah.
And we will answer on a future episode if we gather enough questions.
I want to bring in some other local business owners and let them tell their story as well.
Yeah.
On how they opened, and hopefully motivate some of you as well. So if there's any of you that are local business artists that would like to come on and join our podcast, we would love to have you. Please reach out to us.
Yeah, we're definitely planning on interviewing a few people, anyone that wants to do it. And
so it's not just our story, you know. I'd like to kind of help share everybody's story.
Share everybody's story.
You know, there's more than obviously just us that's went through this. So I feel like it'd be motivating for a lot of people.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, guys, that wraps up this episode. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And we will see you in the next one. Peace. We wanted to start this podcast to help anyone that's unsure about starting a business. Show you off today. Help anyone that's unsure about starting a business. Show you how we started ours. Tell you all the tips that we learned and take you on our journey with us to help motivate you along the way.